Hello guys, welcome back to Patton's War, and today we will take a look at this 28mm, or as we could say, 1:56 scale medieval fortified tower, which you can, sort of build as standalone watchtower or, incorporate it into the castle, because the tower is manufactured by the Tabletop Workshop, which is a British company which specializes in plastic sprue terrain, and one of their largest selling point is the fact that you can go and build entire castle from their plastic sprue. So you can use this tower as standalone terrain piece for sort of watchtower or stuff like that, or you can incorporate it into the castle. So this is square tower. There is also, and you can see it on the leaflet, there is also round tower, which is funny because I bought the round tower something like 5 years ago. I built it and then never played with it, but now I will have another one, and with some couple of wooden palisades and stuff like that, I think I will, fill them and they will finally see some playing. Also, except from the kit itself, I have one medieval peri-miniature man-at-arms, and they measure so we can sort of, measure the size of the tower. After all these unboxings, or we could say unbaggings, I'm still not able to open it smoothly. So there is a leaflet. You see how it, looks built, and there is, double for, the sort of gate layout. There is standalone round tower. There you can see how it works when you, build them for the castle walls. And again, wall from, the gate. And there is also, instructions. It seems like, nothing really hard to build. So here we have the top part. Quite nice size. That's nice. Yeah, of course it's two sprues because one is inside and another is outside. Yeah, I understand why it's 2 times here. So this is probably floor, side piece, another side pieces. It's nice on the floor. There's still the texture, and this pretty cool spot for the stairs. So that will looks pretty nice. So it's all are looking the same, it seems. Yeah. So we can take a look at the details because there's no other sprues inside. You can clearly see that the surface, could say the stonework, is not flat. I'm not sure if you will see it on the video. But you see that there are, the imperfections, which would be real for the, actual stonework. If you ever, visited medieval castle, you probably noticed that the stone bricks are not really two-dimensional, but it's nice that you see there the texture, and there's sort of simulation of the brickwork. That's pretty nice, and it will probably sort of stand out from the MDF kits, because this type of square tower you could probably scratch build it from, I would say, even some cardboard, or buy some MDF kits, but they will always look flat. But this plastic kit, you can really see that there is texture. There is also door for the tower, and I know this piece from the round tower, this is for the doors, so they are sort of, you could say, stairs for them, small stairs. And it's all the same, which means that you will end up with a couple of extra doors, which is sort of nice for some scratch building. So the base of the tower is 4 inches, so it's probably 4 by 4. Yeah, it's basically 4 by 4 square. And the height is something like 2 3/4 inches, or 6.5 centimeters if you measure in normal measurements. So, how many floors are there? Let's say 2. Yeah, I understand. It's on one floor you will put all the sides with windows, and other floors are the walls without. So you probably use all the pieces. It's nice, and there are see that just specs here. So probably it will be pretty straightforward to build, and there is basically nothing you can mess up building it. Of course, you can always mess it up, but it seems that it's pretty easy to build. I'm not sure from the, say, manual or instructions if you can build it and being sort of opened, because the round tower, every floor could be assessed, because you could just take the floor and pull it up. But even here on the painted tower, you sort of see here and here you see the different bits. So probably there is even possibility that it's ground floor, first floor, and second floor, and they are maybe accessible even in the square tower. But I will sort of I will find out when I pull it together and paint it. If you want to see the follow up, because I will not be making follow up video about the tower, but if you want to see how it looks, build it together, and if the interior is accessible and stuff like that, don't forget to follow me on my Instagram, because I will for 100% post it on Instagram, or also Facebook, or even Twitter. If you are interested, you can follow me there, and you will see the tower, both completed and glued together. So you will see more of how it works in real world, because in this unboxing we just unpack it, take a look at the details, which are pretty nice, take a look at the instructions, which seems pretty clear and sort of easy to build. But if you want to see how it's really, working together, watch my other socials. So this was Square Fortified Tower from the Tabletop Workshop. Long story short, it's nice terrain piece, pretty universal. It's so sort of generic medieval, but as it's square, I'm not really sure if I will build it in the, generic feudal medieval gray stone tower, or I will be sort of fancy and build it in white and red and in sort of, Byzantine style and use it for my Byzantines. I'm not really decided. But again, this means it's pretty universal. You can also, paint it in sand color and use it for the Mediterranean. Pretty universal, and also you can, as is the square tower, the Romans used the squares for the towers. They not really, use the round towers. So you can even probably use it for the late antique and, late antique, medieval, up to basically to the modern era. Of course, these fortified towers were probably military used by big margin in the 30 Years' War, but they are still standing on some places to this day, so you can use them for the Napoleonics or World Wars. It doesn't really matter, and it's again pretty universal. So if you're looking for some universal terrain, you can go and buy it. It's nice kit, looks simple to build, and I think it will offer lots of fun. So this was Pot & Sword. I hope you enjoy it, and hopefully see you in the next one. Bye guys! And don't forget to subscribe!